What's up everybody, my name's Anthony Rogers and welcome back to my channel. And for today, welcome in to my apartment. Alright, so welcome to my tiny apartment. I think altogether this place is like 206 square feet, but I feel like I've really gotten the hang of making the most out of the tiny space and making it comfortable and functional. So I'm going to show you what I got going on here and some of my ideas. But if you're looking to decorate a small bedroom or studio apartment of your own, I got you covered in this video because I've got a few hacks that are really working for me here. But with that being said, let's get started. Oh, are you joining us? Are you joining us today? I guess that's a yes. Alright, so starting over here in the doorway, this right here is, I guess, what I'm using as my closet. This drawer up here has some clothes in it, and then all of these drawers have clothes, like my t-shirts and whatnot, all nicely folded in here. But this is what's really deceptive, and ignore the jackets because they are not folded in an ideal way. But there's no like clothes hanger up here. I guess I could install one in, but since I don't own this, I'm kind of worried about doing it. But I think I figured out a new solution for my closet because this entire thing, honestly, I have way too much clothes and this is just not holding all of them. But I think I figured out a problem, so I'll explain that a little later. But then over here we've got this small rug that I just keep in the hallway and the fridge, which is the beginning of the kitchen right here. And so all of my essentials, I'm not gonna go through like everything on you guys, but main things, you know, my toaster, this giant toaster, like for real, like if you need toast, like I'll hook you up, fam. And then my coffee maker, which is just so essential. Honestly, if I had to like give up either the skillet or the coffee maker, I'd probably give up the skillet sooner than the coffee maker. I'm not gonna lie, I just need, oh, you know how I need my coffee. And then going up into these cabinets, we got the microwave here. And then over here's where I keep some of my food. We've got spices on this rack and then like breads and stuff, so my chips, bread, tortillas. And then all of the like fill you up foods. We've got my canned goods and the rice. And then up top is my oatmeal and just again, love of my life, hot chocolate. Now I want hot chocolate. This cabinet, I really just keep like mail and old receipts, so there's no reason to go in there, it's just a mess. And then all of my dishes and tequila, which is also essential for those Mexican food making days. Coming down below, we've got, you know, just your basic kitchen cabinets. This is nothing really special. I just got all my cleaning supplies in the trash can in this one. In here we've got some more kitchen stuff like my rice cooker, baking things, and then toaster oven, which, oh, this guy, this is for nachos and chocolate chip cookies. That's pretty much its whole purpose. Its life is just existing for nachos and chocolate chip cookies. And then over here, all right, it looks like a mess, but there's method to my madness. We've got more baking, kitchen stuff, hot sauce, again, required. And then like coffee and baking goods here. But then on the left side, we've got like my flip supplies, which I have been really lazy about actually putting any of them onto eBay. I need to do that. And then down here is like my pet section. So I've got all of Baxter's stuff and then some fish stuff and things for the plants in the back of this cabinet as well. And then just, again, more like kitchen supplies up here. Over here, this is an area you're probably most familiar with. This is like my get stuff done desk work area. It's part of the counter, but I just wheel my chair over here whenever I need to get things done. And I've got, you know, my laptop set up and then what will be eventually where I work on my music, because this bad boy right here is my interface for recording music and mixing it on my laptop using these lovely, nice studio speakers here. And this, you know, headphones, the music aesthetic, and my Christmas tree. I finally got finally got a star for it, so I am ready for Christmas. I'm just gonna bake some cookies and vibe out because that is how I love to spend my Christmas. And then speaking of music stuff, over here is where my piano is. So I've got my piano sitting on top of its stand, but I just threw a cover over it because it looks a lot better and hides the wires that are like against this wall, which that's just like any kind of apartment hack. Like you always want to hide the wires. It looks a lot better aside from these ugly ones coming out of the TV right there, which, by the way, hey, that's where the TV's at. And that's plugged into my Xbox over here, which is also a must-have. I don't really play games anymore. I bought Sims 4. Those are down here, my games. I bought Sims 4. I've been playing Sims 4 a lot, but I don't really play too many games. I don't have the time to that much anymore. But I usually watch Netflix, binge a lot over here, and then these speakers, guitar, you know, just more music-y things. But sitting on top the Xbox, this is where I've got like my library. It's just a couple books that I really like. I'm planning on adding to it and then hopefully decorating one of the walls with it instead, but for now they're just sitting right here on top the Xbox. Going up, all right, I have to warn you, the plants are in pretty rough shape. I don't know if you can tell, but my apartment's like facing an alleyway, so I don't get too much sunlight through these windows, even when the blinds are open. Right now they're closed just for filming's sake. But the plants, they're succulents and they've grown really tall because they're stretching towards the light. They are healthy. I just need to cut them up and repot them so that they're, you know, a little more normal looking. But anyway, the plants are all here. This one is, I'm not gonna go through each one. This one's Terrence. This is like the first succulent I got. She's a special bean. But anyway, I've got the plants, candle, my MDC code because shout out to Wildlife and Missouri. And then over here a St. Louis local band's little mixtape, Tidal Volume. Check them out, they're pretty cool guys. And then up here we got my passport, my watches, this collar here. There we go, this collar. This was my old dog Midnight's collar. He used to wear that, so I keep that in memory of him. And then again, more plants. They're doing okay, all right? Don't worry about them. They're doing just fine. And then up here, more plants and my little wildlife button. Shout out to TSU Wildlife 2K18. And then over here, this cabinet, we've got my relax little sign here. This is important. Always remember to relax. I feel like everybody can benefit from relaxing a little more no matter what's going on. And then we got some just like mementos of different times I've had. And then here's my fish tank. Oh, I used to have a fish. He was the perfect boy. He was named Lannister. He was a beta, but when I moved to Seattle, he ended up getting sick and I could not bring him back. And unfortunately, he just did not make it. So I'm planning on getting another beta eventually, just it's too soon right now. So instead, I've just got my little Marimo moss balls chilling out in this tank, looking all empty and sad over here, but this will bring life. This will have life again at some point. And then below here, this is what connects to these speakers over here that plays music. And then I've got some candles sitting on top of it in a high school band little award memory thing that I've got sitting up there. And then below is the printer. And then this is like Baxter's little bed that he will lay in sometimes when he's not running around the apartment. And then over here, the last wall of the room, this is my tapestry. It's like a earth star thing, but I'm planning on I think I'm just gonna take that down and make like a gallery wall out of here, and that's where I can like expand, like take the books and some more decorative stuff and just utilize this space that I've got here. Like it's perfect. I just need to take advantage of it. But for right now, we've just got that and Tony. That's the bear. That's Tony. He's just chilling. He always chills there. And this giant queen size bed, which was honestly the biggest problem with this apartment, is that I didn't know how I was gonna make the bed fit here, but I think that keeping it in the corner has really just given me the space to kind of open up the rest of the room, and then this rug fit really well in the middle of the room. But pro tip for small apartments, you wanna keep your bed out of the way. And notice, like, this is a queen size bed. Like, this thing is huge, but it's still got a lot of room, a lot of space in here. And before I get into my ideas, because tagging on to what I just said, I've got some ideas, but I want to show you the bathroom, which is in this door right here. So this bathroom, it's just your typical, it's got a real modern feel to it. It's pretty sleek. It's just, you know, gray, that kind of color scheme. This shower over here, this shower head, it's like rain. Like that thing is just, oh, fantastic. And then I got all my stuff. I need to get like little organizers to put my stuff on or something to like go over the toilet. But for right now, it's just kind of spread out onto the sink. And that's pretty much the whole bathroom. So going back to what I was talking about earlier, I think the easiest and the best way to make a tiny apartment work is just to take advantage of all of the space possible. So notice you want to keep things open. The way I've got it set open here with tucking my bed back in the corner. It's a giant bed and I was worried that it wasn't gonna fit, but the way that it's pushed back into this corner, it keeps this area open so it doesn't feel too crowded in here. And then you also want to find ways to use the items that you have in your house. So for instance, I'm using this countertop as partially a desk, but whenever I need to use it for cooking, I still have this space here. As long as you keep things kind of clean and organized and every item has its own particular place, you're gonna be pretty good. And something like this chair, since it's a rolling chair, I'm able to use it over here at the piano, or I could just slide it over and use it at my desk here and work on my stuff. So you want to find items for your house that have kind of a dual purpose. That way you can still maximize the potential of everything inside without, you know, getting it cramped or feeling like it's, you know, claustrophobic in here. And for me in particular, here's what I'm really excited about. Here's the solution I came up with for my closet. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get one of those like cube organizers that they have at IKEA or Walmart, something like a 3x2. So it'll be 6 cubes, and I think I'm gonna lay it on its side flat up against the bed here. So it should ideally come right up to about the height of the bed, but then, you know, go from like here until the end. So I'll have 6 cubes that I'll be able to lay my clothes into, like all my pants and my sweaters that I want to fold up. But then for all of the things that I need to hang, I'm going to get, like we saw at IKEA last week, one of those like hanging racks, but I want one on wheels. And here's my reasoning, is I think I'm gonna move Baxter's bed. I'm not sure where I'm gonna move his bed yet, but I'm gonna move his bed somewhere else, and then I'm gonna put the rolling clothing rack over there when I'm not using it. That way it'll just be kind of tucked out of the way at the end of the bed, but then if I need to grab my clothes or I need to get to the shelf, I'll be able to just roll it to the center of the room and still have all of that space available. So, with that being said, I'm gonna have the organizer here and the rack over there, and I think that's really going to separate kind of the bed from the rest of the room, and I think it's gonna make this living room pop a lot more. So what I wanna do, in an ideal world, I think I'm gonna have a coffee table. And I don't know what size the coffee table is gonna be yet, but I'm gonna put a coffee table up, and then hopefully, like, I'm thinking something low to the ground and then just getting like floor pillows that I could put out. That way it's not too much to move around. Maybe the coffee table could be on wheels, that way it can roll too. That way it's not too much of a hassle if I need to shift things around when I'm cooking or, you know, watching TV or sitting at the desk or whatever. But then I'll have the closet. I'll be able to take advantage of all of that space in there that I'm currently using for my closet. And I think it's gonna look really nice. But that's the plan. We'll see how it turns out. I'll update you guys as we go. But that's what I have for you today. I'm also gonna show off what this place looks like at night, because I don't know if you can tell, but I've got these Christmas lights hung up kind of all over the place. And when it's dark out and the lights are dimmed and the mood lights go on, it looks fantastic in here. So that'll be in the B-roll for the outro, so stick around for that. But thank you for watching, and as always, I hope to see you next time.